Well, good morning. How is everyone feeling this glorious day? You know, we had our 70th anniversary gala celebration last night. I think we should continue the party this morning. What do you say? Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz, and I'm here to party. That's what I'm here to do. It ain't hard to see all that's going wrong. I know it's far too easy now to sing a sad song.
Sing a sad song. Sing a sad song. Sing a sad song. A sad, sad song.
Lying on the ground never helped no one. When you get knocked down, you know you gotta get back up.
Gotta get back.
You gotta get back up.
Gotta get back up.
You gotta look on the bright side.
Look on the bright side.
There's never been a better time to spread a little happiness, spread a little love. It only takes a little bit, but it'll be enough. When the world is cruel, turn your gray skies blue. Yeah, it's up to me and you to spread a little happiness.
Spread a little bit of happiness.
Spread a little happiness.
Spread a little bit of happiness.
When the waters rise and there's no dry land, and your brother cries for you to lend that helping hand. Lend a helping hand. We gotta look on the bright side. In the middle of the darkest night, well, we can make the sun shine. When we spread a little happiness, spread a little love. It only takes a little bit, but it'll be enough. When the world is cruel, turn your gray skies blue. Yeah, it's up to me and you to spread a little happiness. Spread a little happiness. Come on, y'all. Look on the bright side, never a better time. Look on the bright side to make the sun shine. Look on the bright side, never a better time. Look on the bright side to make the sun shine. When we spread a little happiness, spread a little love. Spread a little happiness, spread a little love. It only takes a little bit, but it'll be enough. When the world is cruel, turn your gray skies blue. Yeah, it's up to me and you to spread a little happiness. Spread a little happiness. To spread a little happiness. 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 Spread a little bit of happiness. Yeah. Oh, I am just realizing, Sherry, can I ask you a favor? Yeah. My water cup is over in the booth, and I did not bring it up with me. So good morning once again. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I'm having this moment as I'm standing in front of you thinking, I know I can be a lot. But it's because I am so enthusiastic about this path, this spiritual path, and I get real jazzed up and excited for it, you know? And so I know I come across as a lot, and I think that's okay. Is that okay? Thank you. Thank you. Hydration, there we go. So yes, we are a spiritual community here at Unity of Tucson, an enthusiastic spiritual community where we gather together every single Sunday to celebrate life, to celebrate light, to celebrate love, to celebrate all the attributes of the divine essence of creation, which we call God. And it is the divine essence that is
infused in and expressing as each and every one of us. And so that's what we're here to do on this glorious Sunday. And I'm so delighted that you get to share in that with me and that I get to share in that with you and that we get to have this communal experience this morning. We do have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson. I would love for us as a community to say out loud first these words of our vision statement. Let's say this together. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. And the vision is a way in which we can see the world, and the mission are the steps that we can apply in our lives to allow that vision to come into expression. So let us share these words of our mission statement together. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. And just take a moment to settle into that idea, into those ideas, considering them as though you've never considered them before. Letting go of any preconceived notions and just opening up to a deeper meaning in those words. What does it mean? Love only. Forgive everything. Remember who you are. Love only. Forgive everything. Remember who you are. It is not uncommon for people to ask me about that last phrase, remember who you are, because we are predicating that phrase on this idea that you knew who you are, you at one point knew who you were to begin with. And I think that fundamentally we all know who we are at the core of our beingness. What we teach here in Unity and in the entire New Thought movement is that each and every one of us is an expression of the Most High, that each and every one of us is an expression of God, essence itself, and that there is no separation between the isness of us and the isness of the divine, for lack of a better way of being able to phrase it. And so when we're calling upon ourselves to remember who we are, that is the call, to remember that we are the presence of divinity itself, each and every one of us. And as I often say, if you ever forget, I'm here to remind you. Yeah. I want to say hello to everyone who's watching online. We have a wonderful online community, and I'm so grateful for all that you contribute in energy to this experience. Just know that your energy is felt as part of this experience, whether you're watching live on a Sunday morning or at another time in the video archives. Because there is no time in the infinite mind, and so it's all one thing going on. And if you're watching us for the very first time, I want to extend a special welcome to you and invite you to go to unitytucson.com/connect and fill out some information there. We can allow this conversation to continue. So grateful for your presence here today. If you're with us in the room for the very first time today, there is a gift that you may have been invited to receive as you were coming in this morning. And if you did not receive that gift, please do pick it up at the completion of the celebration today. But there is something in addition to that that we like to share with those who are visiting. And so if this is your first time visiting us and you are comfortable with identifying yourself, will you please either stand up or raise your hand? Is there anyone who's joining us for the first time today? Oh, welcome. Grateful to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us. And this is what we would like to share with you. Shall we? Let's say this together. You are magnificent. Yes, you are absolutely magnificent. And so grateful that you're shining your light and sharing your magnificence. And I think that we should all endeavor to share our magnificence and shine our light of magnificence. And so let us all exclaim together this affirmation, shall we? I am magnificent. Does that feel good? Yes, it does to me as well. So let's do it again. I am magnificent. Yes. One of the magnificent ways that we celebrate here at Unity of Tucson is to acknowledge that all faith traditions, all religious paths, all spiritual ideas are rooted in one fundamental energy, and that is the energy of love. And we have adopted a ceremony here called Lighting the Flames of Faith. And this month, as we light the flames of faith to acknowledge all the traditions of the world, we're looking at them through the lens of their beliefs, their statements on the nature or understanding of that which is beyond, the nature of what we might call God or a higher power or a life force or wholeness. And here to guide us in that today, will you please welcome today's Keepers of the Flames, Ramona Panas and Beryl Varno.
Good morning. We light a candle for the Tao, which teaches that the Tao is the way that pervades all, reflected as balance, the yin-yang that makes up wholeness. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, which teaches that everything is living and infused with life force energy. We light a candle for Hinduism, which teaches that there is one supreme reality manifest in many incarnations. We light a candle for Judaism, which teaches one God, one creator of the universe with whom all can have a personal relationship. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, which teaches that nothing is permanent, and there are as many understandings of God as there are people, including no God. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, which teaches one God expressed as a trinity of Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, which teaches that there is one God, Allah, as the one true reality and source of all creation. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, which teaches that there is one God who has been revealed progressively through the world's religions and spiritual traditions over the course of time. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, which teaches that God is consciousness, infinite intelligence, omnipotence, omnipresence, and omniscience. There is no thing that is not God. We light a candle for all those who are as yet unaware of the power and presence of Spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them, and that for all faith traditions unnamed in this ceremony. The final candle is the healing candle. It represents the revealing of the divinity at the core of all experiences. This is your candle for whatever is in your mind and heart that requires the light.
Thank you, Beryl. Thank you, Ramona. Taking our attention now to the peace candle, which we keep consistently illuminated as a reflection of a consistent illumination of peace within each and every one of us. And as we allow our individualized expression of peace to inform every aspect of our being, every relationship, every interaction, every circumstance, everything in our lives, then right where we are creating a more peaceful world. And so let's honor that understanding by sharing together this prayer for world peace. Divine love indwells each person and radiates from one to another. Harmony is established and peace reigns in the world. Just taking a breath and allowing ourselves to come to centered awareness.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind. everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever been has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. 'Cause here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Thank you. I think my soul is ready for what is about to happen. And that is one of our glorious prayer chaplains here, Dr. Jim Gardner, is going to offer us a reading, guide us in this month's affirmation, and also guide us in prayer. Will you please welcome Dr. Jim Gardner?
Good morning. Our reading on flow this morning is from Eric Butterworth in his book, Discover the Power Within You. When you're trying to get a greater understanding of yourself, all you need to do is turn in the right direction. Once you turn in the direction of the Spirit in you, and once you have made up your mind that you are tired of living in materiality, in the consciousness of limitation, and that you want to rise to a new level of thinking and living, the moment you make this decision, something happens. And that something is the activity of divine law. When you turn to God, God turns toward you. Suddenly you have the whole universe on your side in your effort to make change. It is instantaneous. the moment you make the move to accept it. Now, when you turn on the light switch, you do not have to pick up the phone and call the power company and say, all right, I have the switch open. Now please move the electricity into the circuits. No, the very instant the contact is made, the current flows and the light streams forth. And in the same way, the moment we turn to God, the wisdom and love and peace of God shower us with the blessings of God's presence. We really haven't changed God by our decision to come to ourselves, but we have brought ourselves into the state of acceptance. Well, we now turn to our affirmation, Flow, written by our minister, Reverend Dr. Jonathan Zenz, and I will say it first, and then we'll say it together twice. I relax, I know, I am the flow. Now together. I relax, I know, I am the flow. Once more. I relax, I know, I am the flow. I invite you to join me in prayer. Let's relax together and take a deep breath and just release anything that is stopping the flow. Any concerns about world events, or resentments from the past, or fears of the future. I deny any power of these things over me and rest in the flow of divinity that is within each of us. I recognize that God is all there is. God is loving, all-knowing, powerful, and everywhere. And turning to God, I affirm that I am the flow of divine love on earth. I am peace. I am wisdom. I am abundance. I am joy. And with deep appreciation, I realize these treasures to be the truth of who we are, all of us. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Jim. One of my favorite musicians in this entire city is someone who is with us every single week, and I'm so delighted that she is going to share. It's true. I'm so delighted that she's going to share a song today with us as our featured song. Will you please welcome Erin Anderson?
What I love most about rivers is you can't step in the same river twice. The water's always changing, always flowing. But people, I guess, can't live like that. We all must pay a price. To be safe, we lose our chance of ever knowing what's around the river bend, waiting just around the river bend. I look once more, just around the river bend, beyond the shore, where the gulls fly free. Don't know what for, what I dream the day might send, just around the river bend for me, coming for me. I feel it there beyond those trees, or right behind these waterfalls. Can I ignore that sound of distant drumming? For a handsome, sturdy husband who builds handsome, sturdy walls never dreams that something might be coming. Just around the river bend, waiting just around the river bend. I look once more, just around the river bend, beyond the shore, somewhere past the sea. Don't know what for. Why do all my dreams extend just around the river bend? just around the river bend. Should I choose the smoothest course, steady as the beating drum? Should I not be curious? Is all my dreaming at an end? Or do you still wait for me, dream giver, just around the river bend?
Aaron Anderson. See what I mean? I think about when you came into when you came into my life, which essentially meant she came into all of our lives when we did the Feeling Good concert 3 years ago, and how grateful I am for that inspired opportunity to meet each other and to get to share and create music along with this magnificent band. I'm so grateful. Oh, I was thinking about how today was going to unfold, thinking that, we're coming off of a big party last night, and yes. And I thought to myself, am I going to be tired? No, because the infinite nature of the divine is pure energy, and so I have nothing but pure energy, and so I'm the expression of pure energy, as we all are. And I was thinking about, the theme of the month obviously is flow, and what does that really mean? And I love this song. I love this song so much, and so perfect for the theme of flow. And that last verse, though, when it slows way down, and the questions: should I choose the smoothest course, steady as the beating drum? Anyone ever been faced with that question in their lives? Should I choose the smoothest course, steady as a beating drum? Should I not be curious? Which seems to imply that curiosity means that the course may not be so smooth. Is all my dreaming at an end? Or do you still wait for me, dream giver, just around the river bend? I think about what that really means and the ways that we can trick ourselves into thinking that leading enthusiastic lives filled with curiosity and awe and wonder may make us think that it's going to be rough going. I don't know what that was, but it was something. I'm still dancing after last night. There's that aspect in me also that thinks, oh, wouldn't it be nice if I just had a life map, a 5-step plan, or a sign from the universe, and everything that came up in bold lettering that, told me exactly where to go, what to do, and how to be. Gosh darn it, it just doesn't exist. I mean, wouldn't that be nice if that was the way it all unfolded? Like everything just smooth sailing all the way through. Anyone have a life that was just complete smooth sailing and nothing else? I saw a hand almost go up because someone's going to be a little cheeky today. Here's the thing, is that life is more often like a river rather than a straight highway. Life is like a river. And the thing about rivers is that we don't always see what's ahead, because rivers always curve and flow. There's always a bend in the river, right? And the other thing about rivers is that it may seem completely smooth on the surface, but underneath there's something churning and churning and churning. We don't always see what's ahead. We only know what is being invited forward. If we are on a canoe on that river, We only know that there's forward momentum. Now, we can try to paddle against the current, right? We can try to paddle against the flow. But what has that ever done for us except, wear us out and exhaust us? And, you're not really going to get very far working against the flow. And so today's song captures that sacred tension. That sacred tension, the tension between safety and possibility. What we perceive to be safety and what we may not realize is infinite possibility. That tension between what we think is certainty and aliveness. That tension between holding on or allowing ourselves to just flow forward. In the prayer class that we just completed this past Tuesday, we talk about the steps of prayer in this new book that was written by Linda Martella Whitsett and Deanne Weir-Morency. I love the way that they've reframed the structure of the way we teach prayer, because it's no longer steps of prayer, that feels very cold. It's like, no, prayer is a flow. They refer to it as a flow, and that flow is a flow of opening up to the realization of the power and presence of divinity in a relaxed state of beingness, flowing into the realization that that is who and what we are, and that whatever we speak, our word becomes the contract that shows up as the expression of our lives. And in that flow, we live in the flow of infinite gratitude and appreciation for the flow itself. So it's the difference. It's the difference in this tension that we may have been brought up with prayer to think that prayer is a beseeching or a desire to manipulate or change or see how it gets real tight. And I know I do this a lot, but it feels very indicative of what I'm always trying to get across. It's like I can either try to really control the things in my life, or I can flow and know in a relaxed state of mind that all is always unfolding for my highest and best. How about you? Can we live within that paradigm all the time? Most of the time. Well, what about the other times?
That's a reminder to go back to the other way.
That's a reminder to go back to the other way. Very good, Beryl.
I had a good teacher.
She said, I have a good teacher, and yes, you do. Okay. Because here's the thing about the nature of life. The nature of life, and life itself is an expression of an infinite living presence, right? We look at our individualized lives, we call them our own life, but we are part of that magnificent, infinite wholeness. And that nature of life is that it is always moving, it is always calling, it is always becoming, and we are the only ones who ever try to stop that flow, because we think it might be safer if we withhold and stop and hold it in. Why? Why do we do that? I can tell you in one word why that usually happens. You ready for that word? Y'all relax into this now, because that word is fear. Fear is the only thing that ever invites us into thinking we need to stop or hold or step back or constrict. We may not be able to see what is ahead. And in fact, you never know what's ahead, ever. We think we know what's ahead. We think we know what's going to happen in 10 minutes. We don't really know what's going to happen in 10 minutes, do we? We have no idea. We have ideas, but we really have no idea. But that fear around what might be, oh boy, do we make up stories. Because we don't know, we start to make up stories because our minds, they don't like empty space. Maybe some do. No, our minds don't like empty space. We like to fill it. We like to know. And here's the thing about knowing. In the expression and experience of not knowing, that is the invitation to open up to the flow. And one of the great ways that I like to affirm that path, I hear the whispering over here because you know exactly the phrase I'm about to use, don't you? Is to ask this question or to make this statement, which results in a question, and that is, I know nothing. Now, what can I know? In this moment, I know nothing. Now, what can I know? What is within me that is flowing forth into expression? What is that which is within my mind and my heart that is inviting something new to be expressed or experienced or understood? What is it that I don't know? I don't know. If we're not allowing ourselves to be open to that out of fear because we can't see what is lying ahead, then we're probably standing frozen on the shore. Now, what this is not an invitation to just recklessly drift, right? This is a spiritual invitation, and that spiritual invitation is to trust in that unseen current. There's a traveler who stood at the edge of the river holding his boat, afraid to begin because he could not see around the bend. He lingered on the shore, asking himself, what if there are rocks ahead? What if the current gets too strong? What if the river leads nowhere? An old ferryman, seeing his hesitation, said, that is the nature of a river. It reveals itself only as you travel it. The traveler stepped into the boat and pushed away from the shore, and when he reached the bend, he found not danger, but a beautiful valley waiting for him. Sometimes what we cannot see is not the end of the journey, but the place where something new begins. So what's holding you back from that new beginning? That's the primary question today. What is holding you back from that new beginning? Because you're the only one who is in charge of that. Nothing I say up here will have any effect on you unless you make a decision for yourself. We may have been taught or brought up to believe that trust only comes after proof or certainty. It's not the way it is. It's not the way it is. Spiritual trust is often necessary before visual evidence. But our culture kind of invites us into this idea of like, oh, I can only trust it if I can see it. Let go. Let go, because the notion of the river is akin to our spiritual life. It is always in flow. It is always moving. It is always, it yields and persists in various ways. It doesn't apologize for its direction. It doesn't apologize for its expression. It doesn't apologize in any manner. It doesn't need to see the ocean in order to keep flowing to it. That's the nature of the river. And that is the spiritual nature in and as each and every one of us. We move. We're in a constant state of movement. We both yield and persist in various aspects of our lives. We needn't apologize for our direction. We needn't apologize for our expression. We needn't apologize for our experience. All we must do is remain in the flow to allow ourselves to go into the ocean of the infinite power and presence of divinity itself. The spiritual life is dynamic, right? There's a lot of dynamism in the spiritual life. It is not static. It is always moving, just like me. The spiritual life is only experienced as suffering when we cling to stillness, when movement is called for. Something is brewing in me. I know you can check your watches. Because, you know, the river is a lot like, you know, the path of life. And as you know, I walked the Camino de Santiago pilgrimage, the 500-mile walking trek through Spain a couple of years ago. And I think about the times when I might have clung to stillness in that experience, when movement was called for, and about how that never served me. It never served me. The call in that experience was always to keep moving forward, to constantly be in the flow. And yes, you know what? There are times when I made wrong turns. There were times when I made wrong turns, but there was always a sign to let me know that I had taken a wrong turn, and all I had to do was pivot to move forward. Letting go of any sense of panic. The river doesn't panic, right? It doesn't panic. The river trusts the larger landscape. I had to live in a state of faith and trust in that experience. And yes, I had ways of being guided. Did I always pay attention to them? Mostly. But there were always signs that invited the direction. I had to be willing to listen to the signs and recognize the signs. Now, we have the capacity to participate in our lives in fear, trying to stop the flow, or in faith, which is trusting in the flow. Yet trust is a participatory thing. Trust is an invitation to participate. It asks these questions, perhaps. Am I listening? Am I aligned? Am I willing? We don't just float aimlessly in that sense of trust. We are in cooperation with the flow. And Spirit can work seemingly invisibly. How many of you have actually seen Spirit? This is a rhetorical question. I'm not asking for a show of hands, but just think for yourself for a moment if this resonates with you. How many of you have seen Spirit itself? Now, irrespective of the answer that perhaps came up in your mind, I'm going to let you know that you see Spirit always. It's all around you. It's the chair you're sitting in. It is the person sitting next to you. It is the lights that light this platform. It is this piano. It is these magnificent musicians. It's the microphone. All of it is Spirit. Can we live in the flow of that understanding? And underneath the current of Spirit is, below that surface, there's something stronger than the eye can detect, because it is infinite power and presence. And that is who and what each and every one of us is. There is something within and below each and every one of us that is stronger than perhaps we have given ourselves credit for. You are empowered because you are the power itself. Trust is at the center of this message today. Trust. And when we allow ourselves to step back, relax, and live in the flow, then we can truly understand what is meant in Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Just breathe into that. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God, and all is flowing in perfection. The experience of trust is not everything's going my way. Trust is this: in all that unfolds, I am held in and as love, the presence of God itself. That's trust. And there comes a point and a moment, I believe, in every spiritual life where we must make a decision. Will I cling to the familiar, or will I trust the current? God doesn't cling. God is the current. And if that is who and what we are, then why would we ever just cling to the familiar? Will I cling to the familiar, or will I trust the current? Not because we know every twist ahead, but because I know something deeper than fear. And that something deeper, I know you think I'm going to say love, but not quite. That something deeper is presence. You are the presence. I am the presence. All that is is the presence. And so that is true trust. True trust. And if you know me, I love a good acronym. Trust to me means this: totally reliant upon spiritual truth. Totally reliant upon spiritual truth. Not relative facts, spiritual truth, that which is unchangeable. I can rely on spiritual truth in every avenue and aspect of my life. So the call is truly simple: to rely unabashedly on spiritual truth, to be totally reliant upon spiritual truth, to release the shore, to bless the bend and the turn in everything, and to trust that current and flow. Peace and blessings. You are magnificent. So, every week, as you know, if you are, unless you're new to this community, I endeavor to offer a spiritual practice that can be applied in our lives that is in support of the message of the day. And so the life practice that I'm offering this day is this: identify a place where you have been standing on the shore and release the need to see the whole path and take one courageous step into the flow. You get to decide what that looks like. You get to decide where you perhaps have been standing on the shore. And the encouragement today is take that one courageous step into the flow, knowing you may not be able to see the whole path, but the infinite path is always assured. And so let's take a breath. Allowing ourselves the opportunity to open, to relax, to allow. Checking in to see if there's one kernel of an idea that perhaps has been uttered today that resonates more profoundly, more deeply than any other, and letting that singular idea be fully present. Letting it be present in mind and in heart as we settle into this experience for just a few moments in the silence.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's as my heart opens up to the voice, I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that could ever be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself.
Right here in this pure, perfect moment, I am open and invite us all into a sensation of opening, a relaxed state of mind, a relaxed state of heart, letting go of anything that has preceded this moment and releasing any anticipation for what may unfold, knowing that right here, right now, each and every one of us is in the flow. For there is only one infinite power and presence. There is only one flow. There is only one magnificent creative source. And we are, each and every one of us, part of that magnificent wholeness. We are, each and every one of us, contributors to the flow of creativity itself. And so everything is in order. Everything is rooted in deep understanding. Everything is magnificent divine wisdom outpouring itself in the expression of our lives. I trust, I know, that I needn't hold on to the shore, that I can be in the flow at all times, and I hold firm that this is so for each and every one of us. I totally rely upon spiritual truth in every aspect of my life. I call upon spiritual truth to inform when there seems to be something unknown. And I know that I can rely upon Spirit itself. And so with appreciation and gratitude overflowing, I simply let it be. I allow, I trust, I know, and affirm it by saying, and so it is. Amen.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. As my heart opens up to the voice, I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that could ever be said. And right here in this holy silence, I find God. Oh, I find God. I find myself.
Thank you. This is the time where we celebrate our abundance. And there's an invitation to share our abundance also with our spiritual community. And while we no longer pass the baskets in this community, there are ways that you can contribute. There are baskets in a donation box available in the lobby, and a basket over there by the door to Harmony Hall. There's also electronic means of giving, and I want to acknowledge my gratitude for everyone's support of what we offer here and what we are doing here. It is such a blessing that you share your blessings with us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Here to guide us in our abundance consciousness prayer, will you please welcome our glorious prayer chaplain and our center administrator, Sherry Hoffman.
Thank you. Thank you. Please join me in saying this abundance prayer. I have the faith of source as my instant and constant supply and supplier. I have the faith of the one to open ways when, to the human senses, it seems to be no way. I have the faith of the infinite to guide me in all ways, knowing health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. I am steeped in gratitude and appreciation for the abundant good now flowing forth, meeting my every need. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Here's what's happening at Unity of Tucson.
Good morning, Unity of Tucson. It's Sunday, March 15th, 2026, and here's what's happening in our magnificent spiritual community. The Unity Time Capsule will be resealed later this month, and we will be adding items to it. If you would like to donate something, please bring it to the office no later than Sunday, March 22nd. Something new is emerging. It's a call to move from me and into we. The Unity Southwest region is inviting you to join with other spiritual seekers and leaders June 8th through 11th, 2026 at the Franciscan Renewal Center in Phoenix for their biannual retreat, Spark the Weevolution. Gather in a shared field of presence, sacred music, deep wisdom, and inspired awakening. Register now at unityswregion.org. Come see Dr. Jonathan in Noel Coward's Oh Coward. This delightfully intimate review features Noel Coward's songs and sketches sparkling with dry as a martini wit. Tickets for Unity Night on Tuesday, April 28th at 7:30 p.m., a special performance just for us, are available in the Desert Light Book and Gift Store only. Can't make it for Unity's special performances? Get tickets for other dates at invisibletheater.com. Amy Steinberg brings her bold, hilarious, and heartwarming one-woman show, Ministar, A Cosmic Revival, to Unity of Tucson on Saturday, May 16th at 7:30 p.m. Through original music, storytelling, and theatrical flair, she takes us into her dollhouse of the soul, where creativity heals, identity shines, and inner light awakens. Part revival, part comedy, part concert, Ministar is a joyful reminder that every light matters. Advance tickets are $25 in the Desert Light Book and Gift Store or online at unitytucson.com. Are you interested in learning more about Unity of Tucson and what membership means? Join Reverend Jonathan March 29th at 11:45 a.m. in the Rainbow Room for our quarterly membership orientation meeting. If you're interested in attending via Zoom, please contact the office. Events, classes, connection. To find out more, look for the information boards in the lobby, Community Alcove, or the Desert Light Book and Gift Store. You can also refer to the weekly printed flyer or explore online at unitytucson.com. Make your week magnificent.
Yes, indeed. Dr. Jim Gardner, you have something that you'd like to share with us as well. Is that correct? Yes.
This Thursday at 1 o'clock out in the annex in room 4, we are finishing up our series on Dare to Dodge Dementia in the form of a drum circle. And this Thursday is going to be our last week, and we're going to review all of the 10 lessons we have gone through and have affirmations for every one of them. So we want to invite anybody who is still interested to come and join us there and enjoy that. We're also going to learn ways that we can incorporate these as habits in our lives. So please see me sometime after the service, after I get done with prayers and go into Harmony Hall. Catch me and let me know if you can go so we can have enough drums for everybody, or bring your own drum. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Dee, it looks like you were up to a lot of fun today with the kids.
We were.
Yeah? Tell me what happened today.
Okay, well, we are so abundant. We were gifted stickers.
Love that.
We were gifted stickers, so we made affirmations with them. And we did a rainbow because I don't know if you know, but St. Patrick's Day is coming up.
Yes, it is.
And I think you got a sticker.
I did. I got a sticker when I went and said hi to the kids, and I put it on my cup so it was always up here with me as a reminder of fun times.
Yes, and also, too, we saved a lizard's life. So that was very exciting, and it was, you know, I used to work in the ER. It was like the ER situation. I was yelling stat and all, you know. So, but our affirmations are that we are abundant, and we are friends, and we have friends. So thank you for being our friend.
Thank you so much. Thank you for guiding our youth so magnificently. And thanks to everyone who made today's celebration so extraordinary. I want to say thank you to Ramona and to Beryl for guiding us in the Flames of Faith ceremony this morning. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you to Sherry Hoffman for guiding us in a beautiful meditation and also guiding us in the affirmation of our abundance prayer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Jim Gardner, thank you for guiding us in the reading, affirmation, and prayer as well. Dr. Jim and Sherry are available for you if you would like some prayer after the celebration. They will remain here in the sanctuary. And if you see anyone wearing a purple stole, that indicates that they are a prayer chaplain. And if they're wearing their stole, it means that they are available for prayer as well. So please do take advantage of our prayer consciousness here. It's strong. We are changing lives, I think, every single moment. I want to say thank you to everyone in the bookstore, Margaret and Carrymon today. I want to say thank you to our greeters. I want to say thank you to everyone who participates in hospitality, especially today, Nancy Bevins. Thank you so much for guiding the crew so gloriously. I want to say thank you to our technical team, Don and Aiden and Jim and Gavin back there. Thank you for your service. This extraordinary music team, Paul Gibson, Raphael Carruthers, and guided by Linda Ackerman, our music director. And if you would please, let's hear it for Aaron Anderson. Come out, take another bow. Thank you so much for our featured song today. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for making your presence known, not just here at Unity, but in this thing called life. see you. I see the face of God, and I trust and know that you are magnificent. Thank you for celebrating with us here today. As we complete our time here, let us share together this prayer of divine awareness, which will guide us into our final song. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Feel free to dance if you like. I like to dance.
If you want to be the one in the picture, well, you gotta meet your hello. I don't know what I did there. Open up your eyes. It's time to realize now is the time to shine. Baby, you're a goat, and everybody knows you got it, and it flows from your soul. Sugar, you're a star, even with your flaws, you're unstoppable. Can't nobody bring you down when you're high. All you got to do is love yourself. And if you just believe that you're really all you need, you won't need nobody else. Get up. If you love yourself, 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 if you love yourself, get up. If you love yourself, get up. If you love yourself, get up. From sea to shining sea, we all can come together, make the world much better. Get up on your feet, we're dancing in the streets, celebrating liberty. Yeah, we've come this far, but got so far to go. Hold on, baby, don't let go. If you feel alone, just listen to this song. Love yourself, you can't go wrong. Can't nobody bring you down when you're high. All you got to do is love yourself. And if you just believe you're really all you need, you won't need nobody else. Get up. If you love yourself, 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 if you love yourself, get up. If you love yourself, get up. If you love yourself, get up. Can't nobody bring you down when you're high. All you got to do is love yourself. And if you just believe you're really all you need, you won't need nobody else. Get up. If you love yourself, 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 if you love yourself, get up. If you love yourself, get up. If you love yourself, get up. Make it a magnificent week, everyone.